Years ago, a friend of mine was having a child, and the first thing they said was, "Oh, he gonna be a basketball player, or football, or something." And then I don't know what came over me, and it just like a light bulb popped up. Like, damn, all this time, that's all we strive for, to be rappers, basketball players, and football players. Ain't nobody striving to be doctors, engineers, scientists. Ain't no Ben Carsons, ain't no Thomas Styles. Come on, ain't none of that going on. You speak as if this is prominent in our community, and it's not. So when I asked you earlier, or the panel earlier, what percentage of black women do you think are Keishas? He said only 10%. So you
Mm-hmm.
mean 80% of black women are feminine, well-to-do, single, mindful of giving out they flowers, etc. He said only 10% is ratchet. That's not honest. Come on, y'all.
But
I'm not trying to down our culture, but y'all act as if we
well,
on this higher pedestal than we are.
well, you are downing our culture, but here's the thing, and we got to put everything again in perspective. I I think that you listen to maybe a lot of YouTube rhetoric. And you have to understand with Fresh and Fit, even with me, it's a niche, excuse me. This ain't the majority of black folks that think like this. A lot of people in this space are hurt. A lot of people in this space have had bad experience and want to be on a platform to air out their grievances. This ain't the majority of black people. This is a very, very small, minute group of people. So when you hear the Fresh and Fits and you hear all these men that are agreeing with their nonsense, that's not majority of men. When you see the Cynthia G's and her nonsense, that's not the majority of black women. When you see love and hip hop and that ignorance, that's not the majority of us. The majority of us are silent at home with our man or with our woman, cooking dinner, with playing with the kids. Majority of black men are great fathers. So when someone tells you, "Oh, I can't believe that you are a father to your kid," well, you should say, instead of thank you, massa, you should say, well, you know what? The majority of black men are great fathers. And actually, that's a fact.
You might
What
have
you
to
should say
broaden your.
when you buy a house, or if you're not on government assistance, you should say, well, thank you, because the majority of people that are on government assistance are white. The majority of people that have HUD homes and on Section 8 is actually only 2% of Americans that are on those subsidized government assistance. So it's the norm. Majority of people are not on government assistance. Majority of black men are great fathers. And there's a statement in the comments that says 70% of 70% of kids are born to unwed single mothers. That's not true. So you're in this sphere of nonsense and you're thinking that it's the majority of us. And what I'm telling you, it's not. Majority of black women, the ones that are popping up, the Lorns, the TJs, we are black women. We just sometimes we don't have a voice over here. And that's why it's important that some of us start speaking to let men know we are here.
I think it's a good idea for a lot of these cats, man. I mean, just men in general, because I come from the I grew up poor and stayed in little complexes and stuff like that. Like sometimes you just might need to broaden your horizons. Your perspective is kind of skewed if you ain't been nowhere outside. And I'm not saying, oh boy, I'm just saying a lot of people ain't been outside their block. A lot of people ain't been outside their city. So they think the world is the mind frame is small because they don't know anything else. Prior to me going out into the military, I don't know if I would have left outside of my city, back in Ohio or whatever. And then you get to travel the world and you get a different perspective of things and people. To just make that type of assumption again is not genuine because you don't know, like. And just geographically, people black folks are different. Southern black folks are different than black folks out in the West Coast. East Coast black folks are different from, you know what I mean? So you can't just, again, when people mess up is when they try to blaze everybody and put them in a group. And again, like I said, the thing, preference is cool, but it makes it racist when you specifically pinpoint on a specific group. Then that's when you get into trouble. All black people are like this. All white people are this. All black women are this. All Chinese people are this. It's like, no, you messing up when you do that.
And I know I've been, somewhat of a victim of a stereotype. I attended Auburn University, right? Got my 2 bachelors. But there are some white people who the first thing they asked me, was I an athlete? They always ask me that. I said, no, I wasn't an athlete. And in my second teaching job, where I'm teaching majority black, the first thing they asked me was I an athlete? Since I attended Auburn. No, I wasn't an athlete. I tried to show them that, there are all your walks of life other than the neighborhood you live in. Okay, there's all types of black people out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. I'm going to have to drop some people down to bring some people up. So
hey, Courtney.
Can I say one last thing, Courtney, before you drop me off?
Absolutely, sure.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. I appreciate you. Okay, go ahead, Hakeem.
So, with what Mr. Steele said, I agree and I disagree to a point, because I think, let me ask this critical question: why does the onus have to be put on us as black people to have to explain ourselves to white people? Because my thing is that I was met with situations like Mr. Steele said, and my thing was I just didn't respond to them, because I think what we have to do, what I call wasted energy, we should focus the attention on ourselves. And the whole point of the Fresh and Fit show that I wanted to get at was that segment where he said, "Oh, you're not like the other black women." Could you imagine being in her situation? She's surrounded by nothing but, I believe it was white women and maybe Hispanic women. Mm-hmm. So I think out of sheer embarrassment, that's why she responded the way she did. But the point which makes it cowardly and also traitorous is what they did is that it wasn't like it was a black show and it was constructive criticism. And they were trying to say, okay, this is what we see. Right. They purposely... Go ahead, Derek.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying, right, you do it in front of company. And that's what a lot of times we don't do. You don't do that. If I got a problem with Courtney or Eugene or you, that ain't everybody's business. They don't understand that. And that's the problem. Black folks, we talk too much. Everybody know our secrets. We ain't got no secrets. No, seriously.
We ain't got nothing to be in secrecy about. Come on.
Bro.
Yeah, it is embarrassing for me to look at when Fresh and Feet was saying all this, and then the white women just said,
yeah, and Courtney, cute.
It's not cute to me.
Hey guys, I actually listen to Fresh and Fit at least twice a month, and I have a different perspective of it. This is the Config Camera Studio talking, Courtney, just in case.
Okay, I was looking at the camera. Who the hell is that talking? That's RJ.
Right, because I heard you guys talking earlier, and I know Rafal had his point of view as well, and I wanted to make sure at least give my point of view in terms of how I see Fresh and Fit. Based on the shows that I've seen, my understanding of Fresh and Fit is much more of they kind of have, I think, Courtney, you point this out, they have a niche, right? And part of the niche that they're meeting are the kind of like the red pill guys, who are still, if you guys know a lot with the red pill guys, they kind of go through different phases, right? But currently, the market that they cover is the rage part of it, where these men are basically kind of addressing the fact that, they're having a lot of difficulty with women, whether they're getting women or not. And they're basically communicating their frustration.
Yeah, most of them are not.
Message, right? And Fresh and Fit kind of feed to that and kind of point out, well, these are the things that you're seeing. and they kind of use that as an incentive to motivate these guys to build themselves up. It's a negative way of doing it sometimes, but it doesn't. I think Bolo was saying this. They don't really focus primarily on covering all aspects of an individual and how to develop, how to become a well-rounded individual, a man who's ready for marriage or anything like that.
That's incorrect. They do all the time, Camo. That's incorrect, Camo. You spewing.
Go ahead, Rafa.
That's wrong what you're saying.
Go ahead, please explain.
Like even me, like they always tell women, there's nothing wrong with you having preferences, and you're not a gold digger if you want to date a successful man. There's nothing wrong with you not dating fat men, nigga. Fat guy, if you have a problem, get your big ass in shape. I understand that. The world tell me all the time, if you want that sort of woman, you know you got to get your money up. You know you got to get in shape. You know you got to build charisma and confidence. They preach that all the time.
Building charisma and confidence doesn't change. It doesn't help your character or your integrity, bro.
Correct.
That's what character is built on. That's what character is. Charisma, confidence, knowledge, and money.
Bro,
no, it isn't.
No, it's not. What is character?
Hold on.
Morality? Let me add morality then too. Not morality.
There's a lot of men, that suffer from trauma, and they go into trauma relationships. And they have the ego, they have the bread, they have the vibrato, they have all of that. But they're not fixed. That's the problem. My problem is
what did I say wrong? Character is not morality.
I'm gonna tell you what you said wrong. You said that they tell them to go lose the weight. They're dealing with everything on the outside and nothing on the inside. That's the problem.
No, that's wrong. Right. That's wrong. That's wrong, Bolo.
You just said everything that you just quoted, that you said that they do, was all outwardly. It was nothing internally. You did that. No one else did. You said focus on your weight up, on you, on your ego, on you doing this and doing that. To sit down one-on-one and speak with the man and understand why he's broken. Understand something about men, man. And I'm not taking nothing. I'm not trying to disrespect you.
You are. If you say that, you are. Don't. You are.
No,
if you don't say that.
Let him speak.
Finish my statement. Let me finish my statement. You'll see that I'm not disrespectful.
I'm not trying to disrespect you, but go ahead.
I deal with a lot of broken men, brother. Okay. So telling them to go out there and get your bread up and get your ego right, and you know what I'm saying, get your weight up, do this and do that, does not fix what the issue is. You're only dealing with branches instead of dealing with the root. And that's the problem with us. We love
that's wrong. Man can't fix internal, Bolo. I can't let you go on a tangent. Man, that's guys. That's the higher power duty. Man can't fix internal, Bolo.
You're wrong. You're wrong on that. You're wrong on that, brother. Let me explain something to you, man. I had a stream, and then I'll leave on this. I had a stream, and a man was talking every day about putting a gun in his mouth and taking his life. At the end of the stream, he emptied his gun. So don't tell me, man. The Lord works through man. The Lord ain't coming down in a bush anymore. Those days are done. He's not doing that no more. He's working through women. He's working through men so that the OGs can help these young Gs get to where they need to be. And that's the problem. You're waiting for an angel when the man that the Lord has probably set up is right here in front of you. That's the problem with us right now. We keep looking to the sky. The Lord is telling you, don't look in the sky. I live in you.
You going on a tangent. You playing word games, man.
It's not a tangent.
You know,
I'm simply saying that Fresh and Fit teaches man to improve and be better man.
Right.
And you said they don't.
Here's the difference.
They do, man. They tell us to get in shape. They tell us to learn, read books, work out, have a monotone voice, learn how to kill yourself, learn how to speak.
Nothing about understanding your trauma, nothing about why you're broken, nothing about why you're
this ain't no emotional gussy world. The world don't owe you understanding.
And that's the problem with the men. This is why men are dying, because you know what? They kick that bull crap that you're kicking about. You know what? That's emotional and that's gushy.
Stop being emotional, man.
I'm not getting emotional.
Hold on, Raphael.
I'm far from emotional. I'm trying to save your life. That's what I'm trying to do.
This is
Courtney, thank you for allowing me on. I gotta go start mine. I
love you. Is Bolo the one with the gap, with the little hot top fade, the dark skinned guy?
He's a
no, I don't know. So hold on, Raphael. What we got to do, and last time for real, let's respect people. Even though if you don't agree with them, let them finish, and then you can rebut. Okay. Now, what you were saying, what he was saying, hold on. I completely agree with Bolo. And I listened to everybody in this space, especially when they were in here. And they've never spoke about character. They've never spoke about being the better person. It's always getting fit and money.
Right.
That doesn't make you a great person. And you could look at their lives and their channel and the L's that they take, and it shows every single L that they've taken.
And Rafael, there's nothing wrong with that either. Because remember, as an individual, you have different parts